Kathy Clement with Kathy by Design. Welcome to Wonderful Wednesday. This is a free weekly tutorial that I do here on my YouTube channel to inspire you to break into your stash of paper crafting goodies and make something beautiful. This is the first Wednesday in May, so it's very exciting. We're doing our tag of the month, and we're also changing to a new collection. We're going to be working with the incredibly beautiful Timeless Moments collection from Ciao Bella paper. And I did a full overview of this paper collection, a tour of it. I'll link to that up in the corner. You can click on that and go watch it so you can see. But it's all beautiful shades of pink, gray, and green with touches of gold. And it is stunning. So for our tag of the month, I want to do something a little bit different this time. And I'm going to do a teapot full of tags. I picked up this Griffin Teapot die a few weeks ago, and I've been dying to use it. So this actually makes a box, and we're going to put tags in our box and make the cutest little teapot full of decorative tags. I have a few of these, these are just standard tags. They're like, let me measure them for you. They're not very big, but they fit in the box. They're like 2 5/8 by 5 1/4. And these sit prettily in the box. And then we're also going to fill the teapot with, of course, a tea party. What else would you do with a teapot? And full of tags and tea goodies. So if you'd like to see what this looks like, stick around and I'll show you. So what are we making with this cute little teapot die? How about this? A tea party and tags in a box. This is darling, and you're going to want to see how it all comes together in the tutorial, which is coming up next. So stick around. The first thing you're going to need to do is to take your teapot box die, and this is Griffin. I can't remember if I said that or not, so forgive me. And I chose to cut 2 of them out of pink cardstock, and just die cut them. All right, so when we put these together to form the box, we're going to lay them down like this. So see how the spout lines up with the spout and the handle lines up with the handle. And I've put some adhesive on one base. And we're just going to line this up. But that's pretty good. So we've got these glued together. And now what we're going to do is fold these tabs in and put adhesive on these tabs. So you can see how these are going to come in, and 2 of them are going to glue on this side and 2 of them are going to glue on the other side. So I'm going to peel off. I'm going to do it one side at a time. And I'm going to bring this in. I want to position it so the box doesn't poke through the handle. So right there. And right there, see? And now I'm going to take this side of the adhesive off and just fold my teapot up like that. So now we have this really cute teapot shaped box, and either one can be the front or the back. Now I can put my front cover on. Look how sweet. Oh, that's so cute. And then turn this, and this goes on this side. I think I'm going to have this be the front because I just think that's gorgeous. That's so cute. Okay, so the die also has this embossed top, and I used silver metallic, just a scrap of silver metallic paper. And it really embosses well. So that lid goes right there. And this lid goes right here. Okay. And it also has this sweet little label that says time for tea. I'm not going to place that yet. And then these darling little spoons. And these are just die cut out of metal paper. I think they're so cute. All right, I also made a little tea bag. There's the tea bag die. And I die cut mine out of a scrap of vellum. And then I put, they don't show up very well on camera, I'm sure, but there's little check beads in there, and then hung it on some pretty string. And I'm going to tie this around the handle. Oh, I want to make sure I'm on the front. This is my front. My spout is on the left. And I'll fuss that bow a little bit in a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. And I'm probably going to take a little foam tab and put it behind this part because I prepared a sweet little vintage button to go right there. I thought that would be cute. So this is this part. Let me clean this up and we'll come back and we'll move to the next part. But there's our cute, cute, cute little teapot box. All right, friends, I want to decorate the front of this, and this is where it really starts getting fun. I've got this is an Annette Green small doily. This is from her very first release with Elizabeth Crafted Designs. And I mean, I just think any tea project has to have a doily. So I'm going to put some 1/8 inch foam tape on the back of this to give it a little, raise it up a little bit from the back. Just going to take this paper liner off. It's so much easier to work with without it. This is actually really pliable, easy to use stuff, but with that paper liner, it's kind of stiff, and it doesn't like to turn loose. All right. So I'm going to put this down pretty close to the top and in the center. Then I have these darling Tea Time girls from Reneabouquets. I just love these, and it's like they were made for this collection. I can't even believe how perfect they are for it. So I'm going to take some foam tape Aren't they so sweet in their little dresses? Oh, I love these guys. Okay. So now this becomes a decor piece, and you could use this. I mean, you could store tea bags in it. You could, once the treats that we're going to put inside are gone. So let's put her right here. And let's put her, oops, I need a double layer, I think, for those to really stick well. So I'm going to come in with my glue and put it on the outside edge of each of these. So now let's put her. There we go. They're just having a good old chat over a cup of tea. This is a Reneabouquets April in Paris doilies. These are like my favorite doilies from her shop. And I colored this up with Victorian Velvet Distress Oxide ink and then heat embossed it. And I'm just going to glue our teapot in the center of this doily, which I think is so cute. Okay. Just press that into place. This is going to go right here, time for tea. Oh, that is so cute. All right. So here's the front. I've added my little button over here to my tea bag. I'm going to put a tiny little butterfly here. Here's the back side, and I want to show you how I did these adorable spoons. These are the ones that I die cut from the silver metallic paper, and then I just used my Art Institute Dries Clear glue, and I put some Reneabouquets Pearl Shard German glitter glass. That's hard to say. German glitter glass in there. And one of them I glued down straight on the doily. The other one I'm just going to kind of crisscross like this over the top of the first one. That is so cute. I hope you can see that on the camera. And then I've got all these teeny tiny little cutout boxes from the paper collection. So cute. So I'll just tie some pretty string through there and maybe put like a honey crystals pouch or a little piece of candy or something in there. But that's really cute. Now, moving this aside, we're pretty much done with the teapot. Let's, I want to show you the quick and easy way to do the tags. And what I've done is I've got these are just standard little tags, like shipping tags. They are not quite 2 5/8 by 5 1/4. And I've traced them onto my 6x6 papers. And this is the easiest way I know of to do this. We're just going to cut along these lines. And I'm cutting, like right on that line. And then I'm going to trim out my corners like that. And then the easiest way I know to do this is come in here, go down about 1/8 of an inch and trim, then turn it, go about another 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch, I guess, and trim, and then take 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. So now when you line this up against your tag, it's a good match. And I can see I need to trim just a tiny bit more off of this first side. But that way you're not trying to, sometimes getting the angle right on the top corner of the tag can be a little tricky, but see how nicely that works? So I'm going to ink that up with my Victorian Velvet, and I'm going to stitch them one side. Let me see how am I going to do that. I'm going to stitch just the front side. I'm going to use these as the front and this is the back. So I'm going to put the front side down, stitch around it, and then glue the back side over that. And I'll do that while you do that. And then we'll come back and we'll decorate these little tags together. All right, let's get started on these little tags. As you can see, I stitched one of these off the tag and the other one I stitched on the tag to make our front and our back. And I want to go ahead and start decorating these. This is just some random lace that I found in my stash and folded in half and threaded through. Here's a beautiful Reneabouquets brooch that I want to put at the top of this. And I'm going to use my Dries Clear adhesive to get this to stick because it's hollow in the center. So I'm going to put this right here. And immediately that tag has taken on a whole new level of beautiful. This is the center of the piece that we cut for the doily. And I'm just gonna add some adhesive here and put it right here in the center at the top. These cute little tea embellishments came from my buddy Brenda Price. Had a whole bunch of cute stuff that she sent me, and I have had a good time using it. This is a little tiny, I'm not sure if this is an old Melissa Francis frame, or I'm not sure where this came from, but I'm going to use this. I painted it white. I'm going to use this to frame the words tea time. And then I'm going to take this itty bitty butterfly. This is the Reneabouquets. These are Butterfly Kisses. This is her Pink Aurora. And I'm going to glue that down there. I might use my hot glue gun for that actually, because I think it will stick better. Okay, just like that. And then I have a little cupcake. I'm going to put right here with the teapot. And that's the front of our tag. That's all we're going to do there. I'm going to flip this over. All right. And on the back, I threaded a pink button to go on the top. There we go. And we've got this little tag down here, and I punched out one of the buttons from the paper collection. I just used my little 1/2-inch paper punch. This is one of the little pocket and tag combinations from that cut apart page. Oh my goodness. And I want to take this Have a Cup of Positive Tea. I think that's what I want to put there. Am I getting myself confused? Okay. Here's a fan. I want to put it right here. Here's a sweet little candle. These are from the Fussy Cut pad. And this is going to go right here. And then this little butterfly. Right there. And that's Fussy Cut from the paper pad as well. And we can put this little bird journal card and then Have a Cup of Positivity right here. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to put this little fan, maybe I can sneak it underneath that cupcake. Oh yeah, that's cute. That's cute, cute, cute. Okay. So that's our first tag done. I'm going to let that set up before I put it in the box. Let's bring in our second tag. And for this one, I also have a cutout circle of lace paper. I just used the inside of that Annette Green small doily. And again, this another cute little teapot. And a cupcake. I'm just going to do the cupcake like this time. And then the words Timeless Moments. This is cut from the cover of the 6x6 fussy cut pad. Let's do it like this. Okay. That's pretty. All right, flip this over. I'm going to put the brooch on last this time. I've got this pretty window scene cut from the 6x6 fussy cut. This is going to go up at the top. Here is the paper button to go on this little tiny tag. This is a teeny tiny one. And again, I just used a little 1/2-inch circle punch to punch that out. Here's a fan. See, these are super simple. And even if you just wanted to give these like to a bunch of friends, they wouldn't take hardly any time to make, just to give the little tags. And you could stick a little sweetie or something in the pocket. All right. And I'm going to take this little wee butterfly and make it look like it's inside the window here. Just like that. This button goes here. This frame goes over this butterfly. Just like this. And then I'm going to take one of these Reneabouquets butterflies, one of these Reneabouquets Aurora butterflies, and put it inside the frame. Just like that. So that's very pretty. Now you could add sequins or pearls or beads. I mean, anything you could really do anything you wanted to here. And then I'm going to put this over the knot. Just like that. Oops. Boy, those are pretty. All right, here's our little tea box with our butterfly added and our little pillow box right here. I'm not doing anything else on the back side of the tag. So flipping it to the front, here's a tea bag. This is one of those little envelopes that we cut apart from that cut apart page. And I'm going to tuck this in here along with a chocolate, I'm going to very carefully put our tags in. Oh, that's so pretty. It just gets prettier and prettier. I'm going to put our Biscoff cookies in. A honey stick. And a spoon. I don't think I forgot anything, right? So we've got a little tea party in a box. I'm going to take this little Aurora, pink Aurora butterfly, put it on the vellum tea bag. Y'all, that is really sweet. That is adorable. What a cute Mother's Day gift. Great birthday present for anybody who loves tea. Anything. Thinking of you, it's shabby chic. It's adorable. You could use this teapot. You could take it a lot of different directions. I went shabby chic. And this is our tag of the month tutorial for May 2025. It's pretty cute. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week. We'll make our banner of the month with this same beautiful Timeless Moments paper collection. I think it's going to be stunning. I'll put a linked supply list on my blog and a link to my blog in the description box below this post. But that is it for me, Kathy Clement, Kathy by Design. Thanks for joining me, friends. Go get your craft done. Bye.